Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Remington Park here on Friday. It's opening night. It is the 18th of August, 2023. Gonna look at the 8th race from Remington, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingGet5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean it around the world. Let's look at the 8th race from Remington, which is the Governor's Cup. It's going for a $100,000 purse, races for 3-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 7 horses going to the main track. The distance of ground here of 1,800 meters, if you want to go with that, with the distance of ground of a mile and 1/8 on the Remington main track. 1,800 meters, a mile and 1/8 here in the Governor's Cup. My top selection, I'm going to go with the number 3 horse here, Warrant. Let's go 3-2-6-4 in the superfecta. 3-2-6-4 super, top selection 3 horse Warrant. This 5-year-old horse by Constitution, Brad Cox trains, gets Fuentes up in the saddle. The horse's most recent outing came the 8th of July at Prairie Meadows, a mile and 1/8 in the Corn Husker handicap, and the horse finished 5th by 4 3/4 lengths that day, and he was just wide, and he really couldn't keep up. It wasn't his day to win. That was a very tough race. He's stepping down in class to these Remington horses. He ran well here 2 seasons ago, back to this track. I think he'd get a trip to win. 2 back here in New York at Belmont, a mile and 1/2 in the Brooklyn. He finished 4th by 7 lengths that day. Next walked in the front end and walked to basically Saratoga to win the Birdstone next start out. Is your leading, marathon trip horse of the year so far. This horse was just wide, and he just couldn't keep up with Next, who really ran terrifically that day. Nobody's catching him. And then prior to that, at Churchill, a mile and 1/2 in the Isaac Murphy Marathon, he won by a neck that day, and he gamed it out with Red Run and Next that day. Next needed the race, was a next star winner. Red Run, he's run okay, hasn't won this season, but this horse, he just kind of stalked, and he gamed it to the wire, coming home with a career best a best buyer at 97 in a while. He ran his heart out that day, and then prior to that, a month earlier in the Temperance Hill of the mile and 1/2 at Oaklawn, he finished 3rd by 1 3/4 lengths. He set the pace, and then he got caught. What can you do? He needed the race there. And then he ran the Santanita handicap of a mile and 1/4. He finished 8th by 16 lengths. Silhouette Boy freak that day. Proxy was the next start winner. The Funded, who finished 3rd, was next start winner. This horse just never really showed up. Also, horrible beginning. He won his seasonal reappearance, though, nicely at the Fairgrounds over mile 70, where he basically had everything his own way on the front end. But coming here back to the track, he won the Oklahoma Derby on this track a few seasons ago. He's training well. He could definitely win. You can't. You also have to use the 2-horse Presidential for Stuart Elliott, the veteran, and Steve Asmussen. Most recently over the mile last month at Ellis, he really won by length, and he sat back early. He saw a strong pace to close up to, and I thought he went away with it. A very nice run from there. Prior to that, going a mile on the slop at Ellis on the 11th of June, track was playing very, very speed favoring, but he finished 2nd by a length, closing up from nowhere. I thought he really ran his heart out that day. And then at Oaklawn over a mile in mid-May in Ops 50, he finished 2nd by 1.5 lengths that day. And he just kind of got caught late, but he ran his heart out. Coming here to Remington for the first time, he's training well at Ellis. I think this is his next logical step. He's run races fast enough that could win here. But to recount my selection for the 8th from Remington here on this opening night, it's the Governor's Cup. Going to take the 3-horse Warrant. Give kudos to the 2-horse Presidential. Where are we? 3-2-6-4 Super, 3-2 in your multi-race. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.